Hello everyone and welcome to a 30-second PHP tutorial in my series of PHP tutorials. Well, first of all, I just want to say that I made a little mistake right here. Instead of saying did not send confirmation email, that's going to say account not added to the database. And now in here we're going to do the final step in registernext.php. We're going to say if $sent mail, and this means that if it successfully sent the mail, to the email or to the user, it's going to say echo a confirmation email has been sent to your email address. And now a final closing brace, and now we're going to add an else statement. We're just going to kill the process, print out on the screen. Confirmation email not sent. And now we're actually finished in registernext.php. So you can save that one right now and close it down. And now what we're going to do is that we're going to create a brand new file. We're going to create the confirmed file, the confirmed PHP file. So open up the folder, and actually open up registernext.php again. And I'm sorry that it takes quite a lot of time on my computer right now, but as I said already to you before, Camtasia Studio makes my computer really annoying. But now that it's opened, create a new document and save it as confirmed.php. And this is a PHP file. We need some PHP opening and closing tags, like that. And again, we need to connect to the database. So we put include connect.php. And now it's time to declare that variable passkey. So say passkey equals $_get, and that is another function just like post, and it is going to get passkey. And basically what this does is that it creates a variable called passkey, and that variable will get the confirmation code that the user just clicked. And now it's time to have a SQL or a query. So type SQL, and what that query is going to do is that it's going to say select everything from the table temporary or temp where the field code is equal to passkey. Okay, so well, this is pretty simple. All I learned you what this select multiply star from means. This means select all the data from the table temporary where the code, the field code is equal to passkey, and passkey is equal to the confirmation code that was sent to us. So we're saying that look for if the code in this field look for if the field code in this table temp is equal to the confirmation code. So basically it checks for if the confirmation code you visit, or the confirmation code you try to access, exists in the database. And now it's time to perform that query. So create a variable called result and set that equal to MySQL query and SQL in here. And now we're going to add an if statement. If result, in that case we're going to say count equals MySQL num rows result. And basically what this line does is that it stores all of the creates a, we're saying that if it successfully found a place in the field code where I'm sorry, I'm kind of like my brain doesn't work properly right now. What I was meant to say is that it look in the table temporary or temp, and if it finds if it finds the confirmation code that you are visiting right now, if it finds that in the database, then it's going to create a variable called count, and that variable will get the number of rows that contains this confirmation code. So actually we're testing for one more time, or actually we're testing for if the confirmation code is existing. That was all I was meant to say. Thank you, mouth. And now it's time for another if statement. So say if count is equal to 1, else it's going to kill the process with the message invalid confirmation code. So okay, I'm going to take this one more time from the top because this is all we can do in this tutorial, or if I'm not, or else I'm going to run out of time. So all that this confirm.php file is going to do is that it's going to connect to the database, then it's going to create a variable called passkey, and it will store the confirmation code that was sent to you in an email in a variable called passkey. Then we have a query called SQL, and that will select or look in the table temporary in the field code for the confirmation code. And if it finds the confirmation code in the field code in the table temporary, it's going to see if it actually is existing. And if it is existing, well, then do this, and this is what we're going to do in the next tutorial. But if it isn't, it's going to say invalid confirmation code, because that if it isn't, then that means that the confirmation code was not found in the database, and therefore the confirmation code is not existing. So that was it for this tutorial, and if you're not already a subscriber to my channel, well, then please subscribe, and I'll see you